Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Another day wherein I have a pretty wild tumor growing inside of my shirt. Oh! Webs strung through all of time and space in this universe. Every subatomic particle had a web holding it to another. Every atom trapped with webs. Every molecule straining. Every physical object was held down by webs. Even black holes had webs falling down through their event horizons and stopping them, holding back the infinite pressure. The entire universe was on physical pause and raging against the injustice. But to no avail. It's got ears. It's not a tumor at all. It's a little saber/cream. I was looking at my hamsters this morning, trying to check on little Thigmo, because his little home is down at the bottom of a stack here, because he's very nervous. And so I pushed some of the other cages to the side so I could see down inside. Unfortunately, when I did so, well, the bases are set so that if I don't do it right, they go clunk and they make noise and they fall sideways. They don't fall off, but they'll go from level to clunk over at an angle. That's what happened to her cage, her home. It got knocked off to the side and she woke up and so came out to investigate. And so here she is, and she's a cutie, an absolute cutie. I love her a lot. She's getting older, she's middle-aged, but that's okay. She is very, very nice. I'm going to put her back so she can relax. Here we go, little one. Thank you so very, very much. Yay. Now she's going to run around and do hamster things inside of her little hamster home. A very good thing. But little Thigmo, he looked up from his nest inside of his little home down there and was looking up at me, and little dust mop poked his head out of his nest because of the noise, and it was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I just want to make sure you're okay, Thigmo. I wasn't trying to cause all these issues," but they're all doing well. And of course, little Gojira down here running around in her little home in her mason jar. And over there, of course, checked on Dr. Snurf and gave him a treat. Somebody sent me some treat sticks, and that's very cool. Cat food and hamster things I will thank people for, but I don't do unboxings of that when it shows up, because my hamsters and stuff want it. And if I put it off to the side to wait to show off, it's going to be a while before I remember to show it off. So when hamster food or cat food or stuff shows up, I just immediately start feeding it to the cat or giving it to the hamsters. So thank you very, very much. If you ever provide me with food or anything for the hamsters, it is very awesome. I should probably show it off to thank people, but thank you very, very much. But I was overfeeding him treats, and so every single one of my little hammies is A-okay this morning. Very, very awesome. Now, I did watch another video that stressed when and how to spot check and when and how to do a full cleaning on your hamster cage. It's like just once a week, do a spot check on your cages. Make sure to clean out homes, clean out the wet spots, because hamsters will happily just pee right in their nest where they've got their nest in their home, and then they'll sleep in the wet stuff. And that's not really healthy. They can get fungal stuff or respiratory issues because they don't care. Out in the wild, they do that. Some hamsters have specific spots that they urinate in. Mine are like that, except they'll sometimes use their nests. Some hamsters just let fly wherever they happen to be. Some hamsters will put their little droppings in specific places. Some of them just throw their droppings everywhere. Now, droppings themselves are not a big issue because they are dry and lightweight, they're clean, and they just quickly dry up and they're not an issue. As long as you periodically clean out your cages and make sure you get that stuff out of there, that it's fine. And that's a good thing. But for cleaning your cages, only do, well, homes, remember, I'm trying to say home instead of cage, but you only want to do half of the cage at a time. Normally I'm freezing. Right now, for whatever reason, I'm suddenly way too warm. But you only want to do half the cage because they found there was a team of scientists that actually studied stressors on hamsters, and they discovered that doing a complete full cage change is bad because it increases their heart rate by 150 beats per minute. And it can take well over an hour to calm down. And it makes sense. I mean, when you take everything out for a full and complete cage clean, where you clean it all out and then you soak the stuff to make sure, you put like whatever you use, an disinfectant or whatever, and then you put the new bedding in and put everything back in, then you put your hamster in. It's a freak out time because they don't recognize anything. You don't need to do that. Just do half the cage at a time. That leaves the other half of them, the cage, the home, their bedding, all set and ready for them so that they're not freaked out and they can go and adventure into and then go, this is this, because they recognize still the smell on the cage walls. I know I'm going to keep saying cage because I'm a human being. And so it's okay. It's still freakish for them, but it's better than a full cage clean. So definitely a thumbs up. A good thing. I mean, that's largely what I do, and I found out, I wanted to not stress them out, and I was kind of doing that on my own, and then found out that, yay, that's what you're supposed to do, so it's a good thing. Last night, I did go walkies, a very good thing. It had been raining, but it finally stopped at around 7 o'clock, and so about 7:30, I hit the road in my hiking boots and headed up to Walmart and then walked on back. So it was a 6-mile round trip, took slightly less than 2 hours. Definitely a thumbs up. You're supposed to walk 4 miles per hour, I always get this part mixed up, 4 kph, which translates to 3 mph. It's 2.99 miles per hour, but that's close enough, rounded up to 3. So that's walk 1 mile every 20 minutes, boom, you're doing good. Now the thing is, you're supposed to walk at like 100 steps per minute, which is like the 4 kph. I don't have a clock. I don't have a watch, so I couldn't even guesstimate because trying to count my footsteps felt like minutes passed by for 100 steps. But if that was true, I wouldn't be walking at a mile every 20 minutes. I wouldn't be walking at 3 miles per hour. So I need a watch to be able to time that, but as long as I can walk a mile every 20 minutes, why count? I know I'm already up there because that's 3 miles per hour. Definitely a thumbs up. But it was coldish, dampish, and of course, now that it's the 22nd of December, it is going to start getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Yay? I mean, that's good and bad. I mean, it's good because, hey, it's going to be lighter. And it's bad because I like darkness. And it's good because I fall asleep in darkness now, which I never have before. So, yay! Biochemical changes. It's a good thing. While out walking, I did a lot of thinking last night on my pantheon as best I could. The various types of things. Because I know I have fixated on Gotzi Ray and all that. But there's a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to talk about them again and put the new spellings down there, because what I've tried to do with the spellings on the names is, for whatever reason, it has to be consistent for me. And so each letter has to be pronounced the same way. And there are fewer letters in the alphabet for these names than there are in like an English alphabet. There's only like 5 vowels and they're all set. The A has an ah sound. The E has an A sound. I is pronounced with an E. O is pronounced I. And a U is pronounced oo. If you see it, that's the way it's pronounced. There's only those. And for the consonants, a Z is pronounced with a TS sound. An X is pronounced with a Z. There is no letter C. It's either a K or an S. Stuff stuff like that. It's like it's a very small alphabet with a very small limited number of sounds that for whatever reason, I mean, they're not anything that we could say in reality. So why am I so fixated on this? I don't know. But of course, remember that there's Amaterasu, Egg Mother, the mother of all. Yay! And of course, Erugatz, the weaver. They're not gods of anything because they're cosmic horrors. But at the same time, Erugatz is also more associated with spiders. And the Sugo that it gets from Mama Amaterasu are spider-like. And they webs and they go out and they travel throughout the multiverses, because it's not just one multiverse. There's a multiverse of multiverses, and inside of each multiverse there's a multiverse of universes, and they can travel between them all. And there are an infinite number of our universes, of course, where the only difference between our universes is that on a far planet, one grain of sand, I smacked into my glasses, one grain of sand, all of the subatomic particles, each subatomic particle has an infinite number of directions that it can go in each femtosecond. Each one of those directions spawns a new universe where that's what it does. So one grain of sand with all the subatomic particles can perform an infinite number of universes, and that's what's going on with ours. That's why you can tell stories where the Earth is destroyed. But then you can also have your next story be set on Earth. Because sure, this one was wiped out, but there's another universe that is functionally identical, where the only difference is 93 billion light years away, one subatomic particle in a grain of sand on an alien beach went that way instead of that way. And so there are an infinite number of these, which for all we know is real. But there's Erugatz with spiders, and then there's Kirene, who's flying beasts associated with. The last one I'm going to say oddly, because this one I do as a poke in the eye at myself and others. There's Haki, the dream runner, and I know I've done it before, but again. And then Tamu Kinasa for forest eyes, and Octine Aki, the watcher associated. Well, dreams is Haki, and then there's Tamu Kinasa is wild, untamed, and plant life associated with. Octine Aki is disease associated, microorganisms. And then there's Nebakira, who is ram, wall breaker, run with beasts. I've been thinking a lot about that one. Its manifestation is like of a giant sheep with huge horns, only it's not happy, friendly, fluffy. It's like, take the essence of like ram, dangerous thing. It's not happy and fluffy. That's what the Nebakira is. It is this, it can put its head down, and it has enough force it can headbutt through mountains, worlds, galaxies, universes. Nothing can stop this thing. It puts its head down and bam! Right through. Of course, in the little Gotzi Ray stories, Gotzi Ray is just like trying to talk to this thing and going, oh my gosh, of all my siblings, you are the slowest and the most stubborn. It must be from banging your head into all that stuff all the time. So thumbs up on that. Then, of course, Betanira, of course, we know that one. Gotzi Ray, who hates normal matter and gravity, is a natural cosmic horror. Gotzi Ray is one of those that is, the impact is felt the lowest because it doesn't like normal matter. It doesn't like gravity. If it could, it would spend all of its time between universes exploring out there. It doesn't care about normal matter stuff. So of all the cosmic horrors, it and like Haki, who spends all of its time in dream, are those that really impact us the least. Because Haki is like when it goes into dream, it's in a deep sea diving suit with one manipulator claw, and that's all that it can affect in dream. Just that one manipulator claw. And it's like inside of this bubble suit where it cannot affect anything else. But it's fascinated by it because Dream is a low power level, us level thing. If you're on this end of the scale, you can't go into things designed for this side. And Haki is the first one ever to be able to do that. And it's fascinated by it. It can cause mischief with that one manipulator claw, but not a whole lot. It is encapsulated, but it is fascinated. And so you would be impacted by it in Dream, but outside, it doesn't care. It doesn't care. It wants to spend its time in Dream. And then, of course, Kadiran, which is the underground thing with mouth parts, and it can chew its way through any solid. If it starts through a solid here, chews through solid, it can come out on a different planet, and it's chewed through solid all the entire way. Chew through solids in this universe, come out in a different one, but it chewed through solid rock the entire way. Then, of course, Lake Toe, who is associated with flying insects and poisonous things, and of course, Jima-Ray, who's fungus-like, sending out the mycelium and slime molds as the Sugo. But with all of these, and you've seen the names down there, they all fit with this one spelling thing, except for this one, a Seder Asi. I'd say that one differently and pronounce it incorrectly, both as a poke at myself and any reader, because you would look at that and go, by the rules, that is like Asa Terra Si or Asa Terasi. But no, a Seder Asi, spelled and pronounced, spelled one way, pronounced absolutely wrong, just so that it jars. Thumbs up for that. Oh, hokey smokes, look at the time. I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker, and of course, it is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm lucky that I can remember my name is not Rutherford P. Farquhar. I don't know why I'm doing that still. Anyway, though, let me call my crow. We have Russian timing, thumbs up and thank you very much. And we have inexpressible, heck of a name, thumbs up. FEF33R, Rafflecopter, heck of a name and thank you. Clipsy, greatly appreciated. Jordan Lowe, thumbs up and thank you. And Ice Damon, always good to see you in the comments. Piero Furman, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Risenauer, greatly appreciated. Trevor Brubaker, greatly appreciated. Sorry about the mispronunciation. Hackyador de Leaves, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you. Kathy Kitscat. Oh, excuse me. A little air sneaked out there on my tummy. Kathy Kitscat, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, who just leaves one letter comments. Gabby Nava, thank you very, very much. And Stephen Blanchard, greatly appreciated. Young Prince, greatly appreciated, and I'm looking forward to it. Bailey Snyder, thumbs up and thank you. We have Citrus Dragon, I like that name. SAZR, thumbs up and thank you. We have Neon Black Magic, heck of a name, I like that. Nick Seniflif? Oh, I am nowhere close. I don't know how to do it, but thank you very, very much. And then we have Neovani1. I'm nowhere close, but thank you. Zombie Wolf, greatly appreciate. Good to see you in the comments. Nogus N, thumbs up and thank you. Clavicle Skeletoni, I like that name. Thumbs up and thank you very much. And last but not least, Protector Drone. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and it is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you go check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you would like to help me out but don't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. You could use that. That would be very awesome. And of course, I have an Amazon wish list with things like hamster food, cat food, hamster toys, silly things, non-silly things. If you could check that out, that would be very, very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. And yes, very dramatic hand gestures. Do I have an intro today? I have no idea, probably, but we shall see. I have no ideas at this moment, but I have this video that you're watching, another one to edit and render. If I do not record, edit and render another video, that's okay, but I plan on at least one more just to stay busy and keep the darkness out. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and just take care of yourself. Be good to yourself for the rest of this season, and on January 1st, then you can be hard on yourself again. But until that time, just be good. It's okay.